Hello everyone, welcome to Inconvenient Truths. I'm your host, Jennifer Zheng. The highly anticipated fourth plenum of the CCP concluded yesterday. Before that, there were all these wild rumors flying around that Xi Jinping would hand over one or even two or three of his big powers over the party, government, and military. But guess what? None of that happened. You'd think the debate about whether his losing power would be over now. But in fact, people who believe he has lost power and those who believe he has not are still not convinced by the same facts or outcomes. Why is that? In today's show, I'll briefly present some of the facts and how we should interpret these facts. Let's start with the fact. 3 days before the plenum started, the PLA's the People's Liberation Army (PLA) announced the downfall of 9 senior generals, including former deputy chairman of the Central Military Commission (CMC), He Weidong. By the way, I was the first to publish the news of He Weidong's fall in English on March 13th this year, more than 7 months earlier and ahead of mainstream media. After He Weidong's fall, the CMC, which originally had 7 members, was left with only 4. Before the meeting, Yao Cheng, former staff officer, Lieutenant Colonel, Navy headquarters, revealed a new CMC list saying Xi would resign as CMC chairman and 4 new people, including current Defense Minister Dong Jun, would be added to fill the gaps. But the fact is, Xi did not resign. The only change was promoting Zhang Shenming from CMC Discipline Inspection Committee Secretary to Vice Chairman of the CMC. No one else entered the CMC. So now the CMC has only 4 people. Also, although Zhang Shenming was promoted, he did not enter the Politburo as is customary. Thus, the Politburo vacancy left by He Weidong remains unfilled. The attendance rate at the plenum hit a post-cultural revolutionary low. Out of the 205 full Central Committee members, only 168 attended the 20th CCP's fourth plenum. That's an attendance rate of 82%. Here is some past data. Sorry, I didn't have time to translate the chart into English, but you can see on the on the left up top, the 11th Central Committee elected in 1977, right after the Cultural Revolution wrapped up, had an 84.1% rate at its third plenum. In the middle left, the 12th Central Committee from 1982 had 89.5% at its fourth plenum. All the others were over 90, and 6 times it hit a perfect 100%. But this year, just 82%, even lower than right after the so-called 10 years of chaos from the Cultural Revolution. Why? The answer is the missing ones were either removed, killed, or unwilling to attend the meeting. The third is the military representative absentee rate rose to 63%. In this Central Committee, there are 163 civilian members. 10 of them didn't attend, an absent rate of 6%. But among 42 military members, 27 were absent, an absence rate of 63%, which means 63% have been purged. 63%. Can you imagine that? The 42 military members included 33 full generals and 9 lieutenant generals. Of the 33 full generals, 22 didn't attend the fourth plenum. Out of those 22, 8 are officially purged and kicked out of the party. The other 14, they are just missing. And of the 9 lieutenant generals, 5 were absent. On top of that, commanders and political commissars from every branch of the army except the Air Force are all wiped out. And the heads of Central Military Commission departments total wiped out too, except for 1 general from the Joint Staff Department. The fact 4 is this plenum added 11 Central Committee members as there are a lot of vacant seats. Normally, when doing this, one uses the ranking of alternative members to fill the slots in order. But this time, they skipped the top 8 alternatives. You can see them in the red boxes now, and out of those 8, 5 are from the military. The ones highlighted in green, that includes the deputy political commissar and deputy commander of the rocket force, the commander of the joint logistics support force, the army commander of the Beijing theater, and Fang Yongxiang, director of the Central Military Commission Office. Please pay special attention to Fang Yongxiang. He is the director of the General Office of the CCP Central Military Commission and also the director of the Office of the CMC Chairman. He is essentially Xi Jinping's chief of staff, his closest personal aide. He follows Xi every day, knows all his secrets, and is in charge of handling and forwarding all of Xi's documents. Truly one of his most trusted inner circle confidants. The fact that even such a person was skipped in the replacement list can only mean one thing. He's also in trouble. Either he has been purged or he is currently under investigation. That is why he's not qualified to become a member of the Central Committee. So what does this all mean? So all the above are the super clear facts. There's also some subtler stuff, like the wording in the plenum's communique, but I'll save that for another day. So from all this, we can easily draw these conclusions. At the top levels of the CCP, especially between the military, the administration, and the party, deep cracks have emerged. They can't even agree on picking military Central Commission members. Plus, way too many Central Committee folks have been purged or straight up refused to show, dropping attendance below post-Cultural Revolution levels. It shows the slips and infighting in the CCP have hit a crazy, intense, and dangerous point. They can't hide it from the outside world anymore. The CCP always brags that the party commands the gun, but in the real world, it's often the gun that commands the party. Whoever holds the military power calls the shots for the party. But right now, it looks like the party and the gun are splitting apart. The party can't command the gun anymore, and the gun can't command the party either. According to Yao Cheng, during the plenum, the military delegates collectively proposed to remove Xi Jinping as CMC chairman, but because the military side had too few representatives, the proposal failed. This meeting ended in a tie between the military and Xi. No one got a clear win, so this means the struggle will continue. In fact, the day before the plenum ended, my friend Chinese language YouTuber Tang Jinyuan revealed his exclusive sources from the CCP leadership. He said that anti-Xi faction, so-called elder statesmen inside the CCP have 4 reasons for hesitating to take Xi down fully. What are those 4 reasons? First reason, the elders are CCP members too. They are super worried that getting rid of Xi too fast could drag the whole CCP into a mess they can't fix. They want to save the party, so they are holding back, like not wanting to break the vase while catching the rat. Second, most anti-Xi folks like Hu Jintao and Wen Jiabao came as technocratic officials. They are careful, great at planning, but not so bold when it counts. They all feel taking unknown consequences, feel bearing huge historic responsibility and even personal risk. So they share a biggest consensus. They want to fight but not break, waiting for Xi to step down from the stage himself. That's why they go 2 steps forward, 1 back, all sleeky and dragged out. The third reason, surprisingly, is connected to Donald Trump. President Trump keeps dropping hints or straight up saying he's meeting Xi at the epic summit. He calls Xi my friend all the time. That leaves the CCP elders confused about Trump's real intention. Their intel from the US side is mixed up too, so they can't read it clear. Because of that, the anti-Xi crew's thinking maybe leave Xi at least the state chair job so he can chat with Trump over drinks internationally and ease the transition. They worry if they pull the plug too hard, remove Xi in one go, it may create a big shock internationally, even shake the foundations of the whole CCP system. The fourth reason, the anti-Xi faction have a big concern about legal procedure legitimacy. They don't want to be branded as staging a coup. So the best move is to force Xi to resign voluntarily. If he doesn't, it gets very difficult for them. Well, those are the messages Tang Jinyuan disclosed from inside the CCP leadership. What do you think? Are these messages reliable? So in short, from all the signs, internal struggle within the CCP is indeed extremely intense. On the economic front, there is no progress. Social crises are worsening. Random revenge killings on innocent folks are happening more and more. In my personal view, if the CCP wants to hold onto power under these conditions, their next step can only enter a North Korea-style mode, or even preserve the regime at the cost of many Chinese starving to death. Or they may start a war, create external crisis to consolidate the rule, waiting for a Gorbachev or Yeltsin-style figure inside the CCP seems unrealistic, and the chance of the people jointly rising up in resistance is also very small. However, I still believe maybe heaven has a plan. It will bring down the CCP, the largest evil regime in the world, in a way none of us can imagine. But until then, each of us must do our part to expose and oppose this evil regime. Otherwise, why would heaven help us? What do you think? Well, that's all for today. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also visit my website at jenniferzengblog.com to sign up for a membership or make a donation. Any kind of support means the world to me. Thank you. Have a nice weekend and see you next time.